My first Bitcoin that I bought was 1,750.
And it was still in 2017.
And I bought for $10 only because I didn't understand what was it.
How to properly develop your product marketing in there. Hey, what's good, YouTube? Your beloved CBDO Dimitri is here. And it's another episode of our Kolo podcast. And today I have Sarvar, one of the biggest KOLs in Central Asia and in Uzbekistan, my friend and my colleague. Sarvar, welcome on our podcast. How are you doing today, mate?
Greetings, greetings. It's really nice to see you again, Dmitry. We haven't seen you for a long time, you know. We should
Yeah, it's
we
been a
should meet.
while. I think last time we caught up in Dubai, right?
Yeah, fun Dubai.
Oh yeah, I remember we went to Uzbek restaurant and got a lot of food there, and that was amazing.
As usual, you know. Uzbek food is one of the amazing, lots of meat, lots of varieties.
Exactly, exactly. So it's good for your gains, right?
And for the tummy.
All right. So today we have quite short time because Sarver only have 1 hour to talk to me today, but it doesn't mean that our conversation will not be deep. So I have prepared a couple of questions for you because Central Asian market is extremely unclear for most of the people. And as one of the biggest KOLs in the region, or maybe the biggest, we don't know. I would love to kind of open it up for the people and
Okay.
kind of shift this curtain to see what is actually happening there. So Sarvar, let's just jump straight into conversation. Let's maybe have a quick intro because we've been friends for a while. We met Sarvar like 1.5 years ago. I think one of our business developers connected me with Sarvar, and then I saw how potential it is when it comes to region where Sarvar works, and I just enjoyed him as a person. And as I
Thank
remember,
you.
the CEO of Gate.com told on the podcast, crypto should be less transactional. And at first, we made friends, and then we started to kind of cross our roads when it comes to work. So Sarvar,
Yeah.
maybe let's start with the introduction of yours. When you started with your KOL slash crypto journey, and what was the first push that actually led you to, become a crypto degen?
Well, I started the crypto in 2017, like
17.
17, when Ethereum was like around $12, when Bitcoin, like my first Bitcoin that I bought was 1,750. And
$1,750 for one Bitcoin?
yeah, and I bought for $10 only because I didn't understand what was it. But yeah, it was really fun times. I actually started from mining. I
Mhm.
heard about Bitcoin and I said, oh, there's some kind of mining thing. So I became a miner. I started to mine Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and then went more deeply to the crypto. I started to understand how everything works, but not that good because I got scammed many times as, as many people because I had like no knowledge. But then I went to trading, and I think, 4 years ago, I started my Instagram channel. I started just because my other KOL friends, they told me, "Hey, Sava, you have lots of knowledge about this. Maybe it's time to start to share with other people." Because lots of people were coming to me, and I was just explaining, but it was like one, two people.
Mhm.
And then they said, "Hey, no, you should make videos. You should make some content." And that's how I started.
Wow, that's sick. And what was maybe like? Can I ask what was the first like topics that you were covering on your social media? So when you were starting, and like which sort of questions you were answering by recording your videos.
I think it was like mostly about what is Bitcoin,
All
what
right.
is blockchain. I even made like videos explaining each words, like the crypto
Mhm.
words, like what is altcoins, what is meme coins, and that's kind
Wow.
of thing. So it's most started from educational videos.
And it was still in 2017.
No, it was in like 4 years ago. It's 2021, something like this.
2021. All right. Still very early. Not gonna lie.
It is. It is.
And it
But
was
my first
all made
contents
in
were really fun, when I see it.
and it all was made in Uzbek language, right?
First, my like maybe 10, 20 content posts or reels were in Russian language first.
All right.
But then one of my friends told me, hey, maybe you should start to make in Uzbek language, because in Russian, actually, you can find lots of content already in that time. But in Uzbek language, there was like mostly nothing about it.
Mhm.
So I thought, yeah, in Uzbekistan, people understand Russian, but not everyone.
All
So,
right.
like, we have 36 million population, and most of them like talk Uzbek language, surely. So I thought, hey, let's make it in Uzbek language, and there where everything started going really well.
Wow. That was actually a great, idea to do it in local language just to cover as many people as it's possible in the current region. So I wanted to talk about Ton at first because we were actually, we met through Ton ecosystem. But since
Yeah,
we already touched the topic of Central Asia and Uzbekistan, let's maybe talk more about, country specific. So can you explain from your perspective any sort of specific things that are related to Central Asia, and how to properly develop your product marketing in there? Because basically, for most of the projects, when I was on the conferences talking to the guys, I just saw that mostly nobody understands this part of the world, and people be
yeah.
like, all right, like, what is Uzbekistan, like, where it is? I just don't know. And I just see that they miss a lot of opportunities. So as the representative of crypto community in Uzbekistan and in Central Asia, maybe you can kind of open the curtain up and show us a little more insights about what is actually happening there.
Okay. So, firstly, I would say Uzbekistan, one of the first countries who made laws about crypto. So, if I'm not missing, maybe for starting from 2000 or 17 or 18, we already had law that crypto, we don't call it cryptocurrency, we call it crypto asset. So we believe that crypto is an asset.
Okay.
And in Uzbekistan, we made some laws. Firstly, that it's legal to have crypto, to use crypto. The second most like valuable thing is it's actually tax free. Wherever profit you are making through the crypto is tax free, like till 2028 or 29 or something like that. I can't
So
remember. Like,
still no tax on crypto
yeah,
made profits yet
yeah,
in
it
Uzbekistan.
is. It is.
Right.
So after that, they made like laws about mining, laws about crypto exchanges, laws about like depositories. Depository is kind of a wallet where you can also have like licenses for each type of thing that you want to do in Uzbekistan. So currently, in Uzbekistan, we have like there is a difference between like the exchange kind of Binance thing and exchange where you can actually buy and sell USDTs.
All right.
So we call it crypto market,
Mm-hmm. So
like
you call
crypto
like
shop.
both of it sort of exchanges a crypto market, because there's a physical exchange where you exchange your cash to crypto and
Yeah, yeah,
vice
yeah.
versa, and exchange as Binance, as you said.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
both of
So
them are in similar category, or they are
no,
separate.
it's different. It's
Right.
different, and they have different licenses. For example, for crypto shop where you can just exchange USDT to cash, I think we have more than 10 companies already operating in Uzbekistan, mostly local companies, where you can legally go buy USDT or sell USDT right away.
All right. And
And
what is the average, like, to just, I'm just curious, what's the average percent that they take on the exchange fee?
it depends on how much. So the lower the amount is the higher commissions.
Right.
So I would say it starts from 5%, like the maximum, and it lowers while you're exchanging more and more amount.
All right. All right. I see. So mostly as everywhere.
Yeah, it's mostly everywhere, so very competitive prices, I would say.
Yeah, I will be asking stupid questions because
No,
I was never there. I've never been there, and like I'm just curious myself. So it's very
it
interesting.
is. It is. So from last news, I would say just 2 weeks ago we had some uh, crypto event. It's one company called Asterium. They have all the licenses which is available in Uzbekistan, and they were promoting their services. They were promoting. Oh, actually, we are having our local. It's not CBDC yet, but it's a local crypto, which is related to our local currency, the SOM. And this company also wants to like implement or adopt crypto in daily use, kind of buying, purchasing through this token. So actually, crypto is really like developing in Uzbekistan from different points of views.
All right,
This
that's
is this is yeah what's happening. And if we come back to the question, what is like the how companies could come to Central Asia, or what are the specifics of the region? I would say that Telegram as an app was very popular like in Central Asia and especially in Uzbekistan. Like Uzbekistan was like the first countries where Telegram was become very popular like from the first days.
all
Even
right.
recently, I was looking for my Telegram ID and it started from 2 million. So I was like the in the
What
first
a
2 millions of
Oh
the
wow!
first users
And
of
right now,
Telegram.
Telegram has almost 1 billion users in it.
It is. So somehow when WhatsApp became unpopular in Uzbekistan, Telegram became very popular. And before Telegram mini apps became popular last year,
Hmm.
we were using Telegram bots like for maybe 5 years already. Most of the businesses are adopted to using Telegram bots that time
Wow!
because most of the people, I would say, uh, maybe 95% of all like mobile users in Uzbekistan, they have Telegram.
All right. So can you say, let's say that your even grandmas are using Telegram, so you can
It
send them
is, it
pictures
is,
and everything.
it
Wow!
is.
So it's a
So
mass adoption for sure.
it is. So that's why when last year Telegram mini apps became popular, Uzbekistan was already in top 5 countries because we already there.
All right. Wow, that's actually interesting. I never heard of it before. And so when it comes to something besides Telegram, like when it comes to development of, let's say, DeFi protocols, of payment solutions, and so on and so forth, how it can, like from your perspective, how well is it developed in Uzbekistan? And is the community actually, thrilled about that?
Well, I would say that DeFi is still, you know, is more for OGs, is more complicated, is more, you will need more deeper knowledge about how blockchain works to work in a DeFi. So I would say Uzbekistan maybe not the country where DeFi is very developed yet. But if we are talking about DeFi in Ton ecosystem,
Hmm.
I would say it's much more developed because it's still inside the Telegram, and
All
for
right.
users, it's really easy to understand because they're not going outside the Telegram.
All right. So
But
you're
for
touching Telegram so many times. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everything because everything is around the Telegram.
All right.
All businesses in Uzbekistan they have Telegram channels at least or Telegram bot. Uh, I would say the second place after Telegram would be Instagram.
All
So
right.
if companies are looking to enter Uzbekistan market,
So
so
Telegram is on the first place and then Instagram. Because, like what I see in Europe, for example, most of the businesses are very into their Instagram or Facebook pages where
yeah,
they provide their business activities, marketing, and so on and so forth. So you say that in Uzbekistan, it's mostly located at Telegram and then it goes to Meta.
I would say that we cannot put the first and the second place because if we are talking about promotion, Instagram would be the first place.
Mhm.
But if we are talking about actions, that would be Telegram.
All right. All right. That's
So
actually very, very
brand
interesting.
recognition is Instagram, actions in Telegram.
All right. So basically, if you want to really have a connection with your community, Telegram channel is a must, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. That's actually nice. And so, can you say that in Uzbekistan, in this perspective, Telegram is basically the same thing as WeChat in China? So, mostly
Yes,
everyone is using it, from what I understood.
everyone, everyone.
Wow, that's actually cool, and it explains why the adoption of Ton ecosystem went that big in Uzbekistan. Because I know that your community was actually, crazy about everything
It
that was
is,
on
it
Ton.
is.
And
I would
so,
say, I would say more. Telegram wallet actually got licensed in Uzbekistan just a few weeks ago.
okay, so it's finally, accepted even from the governmental point of view.
It is. It
Oh
is.
wow, that's actually cool. And is government anyhow like, talking to people about crypto? So from the inside market, is it anyhow, shown that crypto is okay? Because like when we see most of the world, like before Trump, it was,
Yeah.
like, ooh, crypto, like, we cannot, talk about it. We're trying to keep it
Yeah.
silent, have it somewhere in the way. And when it comes to Uzbekistan, like, is the official media or, like any sort of news channels, whatever, are actually like, mentioning crypto and everything that is around it?
Well, I would say that media is very active when it comes to the laws. When some kind of law about crypto is going on, media is always post about it. Um, from the governmental side, there is always, you would say, help of developing something. So, well, government is actually giving opportunity to develop crypto companies or crypto projects in Uzbekistan with the current laws, but still there are a really big place to develop it, really big place to make it even better. And what our government is already doing, they're assisting in it. They're trying to push the crypto in the right way, because as we know, crypto is very big and it's all in the web. It's really hard to control, but our government is doing their best to make it real, to make it working, and to make it safe for the locals.
All right, nice. And like to finalize the topic of Central Asia, like I just wanted to ask you, is your community mostly located in Uzbekistan, or are you also covering other countries? Because there are very many countries in not very many, but many
Yeah.
countries in Central Asia. So I know that there are different languages and people are different. So can you say from your perspective that mentality of the people is kind of similar? So you can have a common word with most of them, or it's still like, you only focus on Uzbekistan itself, and let's say Tajikistan have their own KOLs and so on and so forth.
I would say, well, because Uzbekistan or Uzbek people could live in other countries as well, like in neighboring countries. So I have followers from that countries as well, but mostly Uzbeks, because as I make the content in Uzbek language, Kazakh, Tajik, Kyrgyz people may not fully understand what I'm saying. So that's why they have the local KOLs.
All right.
Actually, I just recently met Kazakh KOL, a very good guy. So he's doing also very good content, and most of the people from Kazakhstan watch him as well. So
All
yeah,
right. All right. And so, do you still think, like, maybe final part about this part of market, like, if you want to become a KOL for Central Asian region, so is it, what would you suggest to start doing content in Russian at the beginning or focus more on the local community? So let's say I'm the guy from Kazakhstan, I don't know,
yeah.
and what do you think? Is it better to start in Kazakh language and focus on your local market, or trying to cover kind of wider audience and talk in Russian?
I would say that local language will be more accepted by the locals, because while you are doing content in Russian language, surely you will cover all CIS countries where people understand Russian language, but you are also competing with all Russian talking KOLs or content creators, which makes your content not very comparable. I mean,
Mhm.
there will be really lots of choices by the audience whom they want to listen. And when you are just starting, it's really hard to get to the top positions where
Yeah.
your voice is heard. So that's why I would suggest for everyone who wants to make a content, do that in their own language, because that's how firstly you will get really big respect from the locals, that you are using local language, and not using, like, if you're Kazakh, you're talking Russian,
Mhm.
but you always feel better when you hear your own language
Yeah,
in
that's
any countries wherever you live, right? So if you live in Poland, you talk Polish, the Polish people surely will like you more.
yeah, that's fair. Like in Poland, you can only speak Polish. They don't like
It
any
is,
other
it
language.
is, it is.
That's fair. All right. Thank you for actually stating it. I think it's going to be useful for some of the listeners, especially for those who want to get involved in any sort of KOL activity. And also, thank you for opening this curtain that was hiding the
Yeah,
Central Asian market for most of the English speaking people out there. And so
welcome, welcome.
let's continue with Ton. Like, I wanted to talk
Okay.
about Ton at the beginning, but we actually touched the topic of, Central Asia, and I couldn't resist talking about it.
Yeah,
So let's come back to Ton because we actually met through some Ton related groups on
yeah,
Telegram. And basically, like, not gonna lie, recently I see the downtrend for entire Ton ecosystem. Like, and
it is.
it doesn't mean that, like numbers in Telegram itself or any sort of Ton products are going down. And they are actually going down because after, mini app season, people
Yeah,
got kind of mad at all the Telegram projects, statistics is going down.
it
But
is.
I just talk about the entire market. Like I saw many developers who were focused on Ton only, like venture builders on Ton, VCs that were, only investing in Ton products. And right
Yeah,
now, most of them are being like, we kind of flipping the switch. We're going to other ecosystems. Ton is no longer our top priority. And so maybe you can explain from your perspective, how do you see the journey of Ton? What was the biggest problem, or what were the biggest problems that were in Ton? And is there any chance to make Ton great again now, or is it already like the downtrend that won't be fixed?
well, yeah, last year 2024 was very, 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 very popular for the Telegram mini apps.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking, everybody was involving. People were getting crazy of these Telegram mini apps. They were just building whatever Telegram mini apps just to get these users. So I would say that Telegram currently, if we are not talking about WeChat, like WeChat is like totally crazy other world thing.
And it is actually other world. Like, I haven't seen anybody like outside China using WeChat as their main chatting app.
It is, it is.
So yeah, it's like
So
local based thing.
it is, and WeChat actually really nice app with like they have everything inside. So Telegram actually the only like social app in the world where you can build and test whatever ideas you have in very short time with very short-term investments, I would say. It become very, the place where you can test all your ideas without getting very much money involved in it. So yeah, Telegram mini apps, as we saw last year, are going to down because users already understand that there is no free money. And from the first projects like the Notcoin, who was like the first big project who showed what Telegram can do for the entire Web3 ecosystem. People started to enter these Telegram mini apps without thinking, right? I mean, I'm talking about the retail users, and most of the projects just started to abuse the system, abuse the users, I would say.
Yeah, that's fair.
And but that was really best idea to bring Web 2 users to Web 3. So it's the best adoption which I saw from the last I don't know, like 8 years where I'm in crypto, right? And gaming, I would say gaming will always be one of the top directions to adopt crypto, because gaming always like very easy going without going deeply in knowledge about what is blockchain and blah blah blah, which really people don't really need that
Yeah, when it
currently.
comes to gaming, it's basically, like this hidden thing for people that, like we're not giving you, this crypto thing, just play the
Yeah,
game. And then you see some crypto aspects that are involved. And then you want to
it
withdraw
is.
your assets that you earn, let's say, or something. And you
Yeah,
start to research how it works and you
it
start to
is.
go
It is.
deeper into that. Yeah,
It's
that's fair.
more mild, like calm way to enter the crypto without making a headache. What is a blockchain?
Yeah.
Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
I still think that there are two ways of, like retail people joining crypto. It's either gaming or transactions. Because, like when people start
Yeah,
thinking about crypto, when they need to send money somewhere, to other part of the world and don't pay, like tons of commissions,
yeah,
or when they by accident, through some entertaining thing got involved into
it
that.
is. It is. It is. So yeah, I would say uh, it made really good impact. But current now, what we face actually the downtrend of the bad ideas in Telegram mini apps and increasing of the real usage of this opportunity by other projects or bigger projects which saw what they actually can do with the Telegram mini app. Um, and this year, 2025, it's, I would say, it's limiting these bad projects, but giving better projects to make the idea of how the users can be used from the Telegram to the right way. Because
Hmm.
actually, there are some very good projects going on. I would say DeFi is also increasing in tone, even though we
Do you
cannot.
really think so? Because, I saw the recent trends of TVL in Ton and, it's
Yeah,
decreased
yeah. I mean,
drastically.
TVL is going down, but new users are entering.
Hmm.
For example, you saw that Telegram gifts are pumping.
Yeah, of course. But it's
Uh,
different topic because like
yeah,
Telegram
but
gift is
but
something,
but
separate that
but
I wanted to talk about.
but still, Telegram gifts also is one of the way to develop the DeFi system of Tone. Because anyway, people, yeah, firstly they buy it for the stars, but then they go with the Tone,
Yeah,
whatever
because they
market they
resell
goes.
their gifts and everything.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
get involved.
yeah. So yeah, it's maybe a long journey, I would say, because Telegram users not always Web 3 users; they're mostly Web 2 users. And but whatever entertainments involved, these Web 3 users will come to Web 3 anyway.
Hmm. All right, I see. So, do you think that gifts are actually gonna make Ton great again, or is it temporary thing and we're just having a bubble that just gonna blow up very soon?
Well, I would say everything is a bubble here. Whatever we push it, it is a bubble. It's just how big bubble can be without exploding, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you have a rubber bubble, like it could be very, very big.
it, it is, it is. So I would say there is always a downtrend for any bubble which came. Even we talk about NFTs, right? The bubble was big in last time Bitcoin was like 70, like 4 years ago, but now NFTs also are not pumping, right? This season we can see. However, Telegram is making this with the gifts, with all the stickers, with like NFT market, very like dead NFT market, I would say.
Yeah.
They're trying to push it, and maybe they're pushing the right way. It's just people already forgot that NFTs were not only the investment kind of thing. NFTs were something collectibles. Users forgot the word collectibles. They only see that I buy now, I sell
Like
it.
sell later,
That's it.
yeah. But it's
Yeah,
not tokens, it's collectibles, yeah.
it is collectibles. And what I'm doing for myself as well, I was thinking a lot what kind of collection I want to have from this Telegram gifts. And they actually look really interesting. If you go and research like deeply, for myself, I found types of collectibles that I want to make a big collection of it. And
Hmm.
I would say, this is my collection of gifts. It's not for sale, it's just to have it.
Just to have it. And like I also see this trend that, like when you just had pure NFTs, it wasn't the thing that you could flex with. But most of the
Yeah,
people are using Telegram. And what do you see at first when you go to somebody's page on Telegram? You see their gift collection.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
already like, you're kind of flexing with it. It's like, having a fancy car and pulling up to
It
the top
is.
on that.
It
It's
is.
the
It
same thing.
is.
You go into the chat, people open your account and see that you have like 100K worth of gifts in your account. And
Yeah,
they're like, who this guy is. And
it
so,
is.
yeah, it
It is.
actually clicks and brings another thing. And so here comes my question. Do you think that Ton/Telegram are having it all in the secure way right now? Because basically, when you have your gifts listed on your page, you basically scream to the people that rob me, hack my account, get my NFTs. And so, do you think it's made in the way that it's pretty secure now, or you have any tips for Telegram how to make it better?
Um, I would not say that I would have tips for Telegram because there are really, really smart guys sitting there. They're doing lots of really great things. But from the security perspective, I would agree with you that it's a bit screamy, showing off. Well, you want to show off actually because you
Yeah.
are doing it for that. But from the other side, this is a bit not secure to show off as well. So there are two parts. When you have a great, or I would say, when you buy something made of gold and you want to show for it, so watch or whatever.
Hmm.
If you live in Dubai, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you go to other countries, maybe it won't be that secure. That could be. So the same with the Telegram gifts. I for myself, I would recommend if someone wants to make a collection of Telegram gifts, it's better to have it in uh, anonym number of the Telegrams,
Hmm.
not for the regular account, but to
Yeah.
open through the anonym number, and that's how to make it more secure.
So you mean that it's more secure to go to Fractal and buy the actual Telegram number as
Yeah,
a collectible?
yeah, collectible. Open a Telegram account and collect there.
All
I
right.
would say that would be much more secure.
But don't you think that Telegram numbers, the secure numbers, got too expensive at the current point of time? I think the floor price, like I don't know, like I wasn't checking the floor price, but it's like it's pretty decent amount, so it's not for all the people. Not gonna lie.
Um, Last time I checked, the floor was about two and a half or $3,000,
Yeah,
like
something
the
like that.
floor, and it will increase actually. I
Yeah,
would
that's
say it
also
will
fair.
increase because last year I bought it number, it was like three times lower than now,
Yeah.
even four times already. So Telegram numbers is actually something that people don't see, that
Hmm.
people forgot that that collectible actually it has very big utility,
Exactly, and this is what is
the
important.
biggest utility. And one of the greatest investments numbers.
It
Most
makes me
people
feel
just
FOMO because I bought a couple of Telegram numbers back in the days when they were very, very cheap, and then I sold them. And now I need anonymous numbers, to make more accounts on Telegram, and I don't have them. And the floor price is, as you said, 3K USD, and I'm like, dang.
I have a friend who somehow he wasn't a crypto guy, but he bought lots of numbers when the price was like 15-20 bucks,
Hmm.
like lots of numbers, and he has gold numbers with eights and zeros
Oh
only.
wow! And is he still keeping it, or
He's still keeping it.
smart guy? Smart guy. I
He
think
says
one.
like, I just sell 1 2 when I need some like cash. So when he said 1 2, I think he has maybe hundreds of numbers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's I mean, man has the entire, like collection in there. And so it's, like having a collection of Porsches or something, it just goes up
It
in
is.
price. That's sick.
It
Interesting. And
is.
so do you think Ton, because we're talking a lot about Telegram, but from the official propaganda, if I can call it
Yeah,
so, Telegram and Ton are separate. So do
it
you think
is.
Ton as an ecosystem could survive without Telegram supporting it?
Without Telegram, no, it will not. It will not grow because Ton will become another blockchain,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, just
not
another block.
not the best maybe blockchain. I would still say because they have uh, when there's big amounts of transaction going on, it can stuck.
Yeah. And we saw it a
Um,
couple of times during,
yeah,
year.
even when the big airdrops were like in last year, we saw how the Ton blockchain was just stuck for a few hours. But I would say that maybe they're working on it. I don't know. They should work on it because uh, we can see that Ton is going to be very active in the US market. So maybe 2025 and 26, maybe US projects will start to adopt Telegram, Telegram mini apps.
Yeah, actually, like I see their direction into that, their new CEO and, like changes in the team. And I know
Yeah,
some people from the internal team of Ton, and basically, it, a bunch of changes are happening right now. They basically, restructured everything and trying to make the best out of it. So
yeah,
I would say that we're keeping our fingers crossed. I am myself, I've been a
all
big
fingers.
Ton fan, and I am kind of still. But I just don't like the downtrend that is related to everything that is happening there. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed, as Sarah just said, to basically have it back. Let's make Ton great again. We'll see how it's
Yeah,
gonna go. So, Ton team, guys, we are praying for you, guys.
we are with you.
Let's go. All right. And Sarah, I wanted to ask you besides Ton, because like we were like what I saw in your channels and what you were talking about is mostly about Ton related projects. So do you work with any projects that are outside of Ton ecosystem? And if yes, which sort of projects are them?
Currently, I think I don't work with other projects which are in other ecosystems, uh, because most of the Uzbek community are in Telegram.
Hmm.
And for example, even if we talk about like Solana projects or whatever projects, currently there are any actually interesting projects going on. Uh, I remember like four years ago, the Stepan was really popular.
Oh yeah.
Have you remember that time? Well, that time it was a Solana project, and somehow it became an BNB chain project as well. But currently, if we are talking about even DeFi, um, I'm not going very deep in DeFi for like Solana or Ethereum ecosystems because still my community is not very ready for DeFi projects
Hmm.
outside the ton because they will have lots of mistakes. They could lose their money not because they will make bad investment, but they can make mistakes
Mistakes. Yeah.
in the blockchain, how to use the wallets. So maybe it will be the next stage. So first we need something more easier going on.
Yeah, I see. And so it actually leads me to the next question, which is all about your KOL life. I would say not the question, but the section of questions.
Yeah,
Everything related to your KOL life, to responsibilities, and all around it. So
yeah,
first thing that comes to my mind is because you mentioned that like you feel responsibility of your community, and that you
yeah,
feel like they are not ready yet to go deep into DeFi, and so how does KOL responsibility looks for you? Because there are different sort of KOLs, and mostly my friends, from the market, they are Twitter KOLs, and most of them have
yeah.
their NFT on the avatar. Nobody knows who they are, and so they don't kind of feel that responsible. And it's always like you're not a
Mm,
financial advice, and they just giving their metas and alphas like everything that they have in their mind. But
yeah,
when you are in front of your people with your face, and especially in your format, because basically you are that crypto guy from Uzbekistan. Like,
yeah.
I think everyone who's in crypto in Uzbekistan knows you. And so you're basically a local star, like you're like minister of crypto in Uzbekistan. Like, in quote, like it's not like, mentioning you
Yeah.
officially, but yeah. And so how does it feel for you to actually be that responsible in front of the people, and how it reflects to your decisions, to what you say, and basically everything that goes to your mind and comes out of your mouth?
Well, yeah, as you said, being KOL like with your face is really responsible, because it's not only about the money, right? It's about your reputation.
Exactly.
And reputation is something which can be achieved for a very long time and with very hard times sometimes. And surely no one wants to make any mistakes, even if you are QL. But sometimes you do make a mistakes because you are also a humankind.
Yeah.
You don't know everything in the world. So when I make content, 100% of the time I make content more educational, more easier way, without giving like um, well, explaining not with the crypto terms, but with the the easy words that people
Hmm.
understands. So because I don't want to show that I know all crypto terms, all crypto words, that I'm the best. No, being QL is not being the best. Being QL is actually being a friend.
All right.
Like, because when I'm talking to my audience, I talk to my friends. I say, hey, hello guys, so I'm explaining this and that. This is how actually it works. So I don't want people to feel that, oh, I don't understand, he's kind of showing off that he's smart and I'm stupid, right? I want to make every people to understand, or explain why they don't need to go to crypto.
Hmm.
Because from my side, I don't need everyone to go to into crypto, because not everyone needs crypto, right?
Not
For now,
everybody's ready for it.
yeah, not everybody ready for it, not time as well. But for those who really want, I make like educations.
So do you
So the
think
more
that education?
educated, the best.
Yeah, and you actually answered my question, because like I see that most of big minds from the market are like very very targeted at educational thing. Like CZ
Yeah,
is an example right now. So do
yeah,
you think that education is the king and basically the biggest key to success to make
it
crypto
is.
great for
It
everyone?
is. Because as you know, education, like if we are not talking about crypto, the better education you have, the better improvements and developments you can make.
Hmm.
And that's why CZ, surely he is always from the education, because if people is educated, he will make right mistakes to learn. Because most people make wrong mistakes where they cannot learn from it, right?
Yeah, basically they just doing same mistake every circle
It
and not
is,
learning
it
from
is.
it. Yeah. And it's
So it's
important, like
almost
if you make mistake to kind of analyze it and understand what was the reason that you made
yeah,
this mistake.
yeah. So I would say, yeah, being KOL is giving all your mistakes to other people, explaining it.
Hmm.
And I would not say that people should not make mistakes. People will make mistakes, and actually, mistakes are good. But when you can control mistakes, it's even better.
It's like, having a stop loss set.
It
Like you
is.
made a
It is.
mistake, it didn't go in the way that you thought, but you had your stop loss so you didn't lose your entire
It
balance.
is like
So
100%, 100%. Stop loss. Sometimes people talk to me and say, I mean, who is trader and how to find the best trader? The
mhm.
best trader is the king of stop losses, king of liquidations. He knows everything about liquidation and stop losses. This is the best trader.
Yeah, that's fair. As more mistakes you made, as better you are. And yeah, like, can you call yourself a stop loss for your community? Are you actually preventing them from making big mistakes, but teaching them how to
Yeah,
learn from their small mistakes?
like every day, I would say. Because every day I have someone texting me about some kind of a scam, and I always try to explain, hey, this is like not 100, like 1,000% of scam. So don't do it. Do this instead. Learn it. And for now, I made all the knowledge that I have, all the like lessons, whatever, everything is free. So I said, go, don't pay me anything, don't pay others anything. Go learn and try it.
And try it. And so, like, it actually leads me to one of the final questions when it comes to influencer side. Um, how do you deal the projects with whom you work? Because basically, like we'll understand how a KOL thing works. That
Yeah,
projects come to you, ask you to promote them, to shield them. You analyze whether they are good or not, and actually, like because basically, I see that from KOL perspective, it's the same thing as for VCs when they invest into the projects, but you invest into the projects not with your money, but with your media, with your
yeah,
influence. And of course, they give you some allocation or pay you in stable coins or whatever, but you still kind of risking your reputation in the
yeah,
same way as VCs are risking with their money when you're promoting the project. And so, like, what is you think the best way to make the due diligence when the projects come to you, and how you like in your internal due diligence
yeah.
flow process with the projects?
I would say what I really found out how to decrease bad projects reaching me out or just continuing the conversation is the pricing.
Hmm.
I made my promotions with a high price. So because bad projects, not everyone which don't have big budget is bad project, but most of the bad projects have low budget, right,
Yeah, yeah,
for the
that's fair.
advertisements.
That's fair.
So this is the first filter that is stops uh, these bad kind of projects to reach me out or for me to look for them.
Hmm.
So I would suggest anyone who's KOLing, don't run from the lots of advertisements. It's better to have one good with best company advertisement than having 20 small advertisements.
That's fair.
Because
Quality, not quantity.
yeah, the quality always gives you first better reputation. The second, you're doing less job for the same amount.
I love
Uh,
it.
and actually, yeah, this is one of the great filters. After that, even someone say, okay, price is good. After that, I look for the project. I look for the founders of the project. If the founders are anonymous or they're showing their face, they're showing who they are, they have their LinkedIn's. Also, I'm looking for the if they have any investors, any venture funds or whatever
Mhm.
funds. because this also gives some kind of, these funds also make the due diligence, right? So if they make it, so some percentage of the trust is already gained.
Yeah, that's fair.
uh, if they don't have, that will decrease the trust, and I will have to look even more information. I will surely always test whatever app it is from my side before going to the project, to see actually how it works, because in web3, everything is transparent, or it should be transparent. And if it's transparent, you can check everything, and we are not talking about the smart contract, because
We are.
most of the projects say, hey, our smart contract was audited by this and that, like the big names, right? But I would say auditing smart contract doesn't give any trust to the project, because auditors, they only make audit of the smart contract. They don't much care about the project, because it's not their job.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I would say I make really good due diligence, because my like previous jobs from like 16 years, when I was 16 years, I worked as an investment banker. I was like analyst of the stock exchange companies.
When you were
So I know,
16?
well, yeah, I started my journey in the like financial market from my 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I know how to do due diligence. I know how to make like deep analysis of the companies. So that's why for me it's much easier to really make fast track of the of the company.
Yeah, financial background brings a lot to your crypto understanding.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, beautiful. Sarva, let's come to our final part. Like here, I wanted to talk about the future a little bit, about like what you can recommend to the people who are new to the market or who are, for long in the market and still, like still having issues. And I prepared some, quick lightning round, just quick question and quick answer.
yeah.
So let's maybe finalize with Tom thing. Where do you think Ton is headed in the next 6 to 12 months? So next 2 to 4 quarters.
Well, I would say that we will see what's happening in the U.S. market, how U.S. entering the tone. This will be the biggest momentum of the tone and Telegram, when we will have new audience, the audience which already have big experience in the apps and Web3. We will see it. So I
Mhm.
cannot say that what will happen, but this news will actually lead us to say, okay, we are going the right way, or we need to change some strategies for myself as well. And this is what's going on with the tone. I would not say about the prices of the tone, because it's also will be related to how the Telegram and tone will be adopted for the US market.
All right. And so, like, maybe for Kolo's perspective, do you think that we should keep our mini app on Telegram or fully switch it to only like, phone based, like Apple App Store and Google Play Market?
For now, actually, Kolo is really nice. I'm using it.
Thank
All
you.
my family, all my family is using it.
Oh, that's nice to hear it, actually.
Yeah, because I said, hey, you need some like additional like card, virtual card, so I can send you money. So like for my father's mother,
Mhm.
like and others. So
I
I
do
made
the
it.
same. My entire family has it, so I can just, send them crypto and not to
Yeah,
take care of
yeah,
all the
yeah. It's
banking
it's
stuff.
it's easy. It's easy, you know.
Exactly.
I would say Call is really nice. I always recommend for my friends. Hey, if you need some like Apple Pay, yeah, okay, here you go. Because in Uzbekistan, we're still negotiating with Apple Pay, because local banks cards cannot enter the wallet, the Apple Pay.
Mhm.
But thanks to Kolo,
Yeah, people can use it.
people can use it now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you actually for mentioning it. So you think that we keep it in with Telegram for now? We're waiting for Uzbekistan to accept Apple Pay in there, and so we can actually, go hard with our Telegram mini app.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say for CIS countries, Telegram currently much better than additional app in the phone.
But by the way, we are live on Apple App Store and in Google Play Market. So basically, we not only in Telegram, we everywhere. This is important.
This is really nice. This is really nice.
All right, Sig, thank you for giving us this piece of advice, I'm sorry. And are there any big drops or announcement that you are personally excited for in the upcoming future? Are you tracking anything new right now? Like, what's your main focus when it comes to upcoming releases in the next year or so?
Not much.
No,
Not mu- I w- I wouldn't say that I'm waiting some kind of news, because we are actually in the end of this season, right? Of this bullish season. And I'm not waiting that something really big happens. Even there will be a big news. I already, like, from 2017, I see all these
yeah,
Bitcoin seasons, and whatever people say, hey, this is will be different, blah blah blah. It's always the same. So I'm not waiting. I'm making my own mini app. Maybe we will talk about that also maybe later on. But it will be like very different. It's more for like for AI data set thing.
like, have you already posted any announcements, or they are still on
Not
the way?
yet, because we are finishing our tests in this app.
Okay. So it's a big meta in here, guys. Starver's
Yeah,
preparing
yeah,
his
it's
mini app.
something
So
really big is happening.
I hope that
Uh,
our podcast will be the first place where they're actually going to be announced. So track Starver's social media. We, of course, going to add them in the comment section, like in the description to the video. And at the end of our video, also will be all Starver's social media. So go there and check it.
yeah, yeah. Actually, most of the big mini apps will assist us with the advertisement, because something really nice will happen there, something really different from other apps. Because
That's important.
as you know, in the conclusion, right? In most of the Telegram mini apps, users should have to make some kind of payments.
Yeah,
There
that's
always
fair.
there's some spendings. My app is different. There is no spending from the user, not any penny.
Interesting. We will see what is going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys, wait for the announcement. All right. So let's finish it up with a quick lightning round.
yeah.
3 quick questions and very quick answers. Don't think, just say. And 1, 2, 3. What do you think is most undervalued project?
Um, these anonymous numbers, Telegram anonymous number, is
That's
still undervalued.
all right. Check mark. Dream collab for you.
Ooh, I think Elon Musk.
Yeah, I can't imagine Elon Musk with Sarvar on the podcast. Gonna be sick. All right, check mark. And bear or bull?
um, Small bull and then bear.
Small bull and then bear.
Yeah,
All right. I was expecting different answer, but that's interesting, guys. Think about this answer yourself and write in the comments what do you think about it. All right. Beautiful. So, Sarvar, it was an amazing conversation. I
thank
really
you,
loved your
thank you,
vibe, mate. It's always, pleasure to see you IRL on a podcast, whatever. We always have a warm energy, and I'm always
thanks,
smiling. I was loving the entire podcast. I was sick. And
thanks.
Sarvar, maybe you can give your last piece of advice for somebody who's new to entire crypto market or who've been here for a while but still kind of lacking the information and they still have issues. What to do?
I would say try.
Try.
Try to do it. Don't listen to others.
Okay.
Make your way. Try.
Try.
Even if it will be mistake, it's your mistake, and you learn from it. When you make mistakes, it's good. You develop. You become better person than tomorrow than yesterday.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. And with this beautiful tip, guys, we're finishing our podcast. Sarvar, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
on the
Thank
mic
you.
with me today. It was a great conversation and looking forward to have you all around in our chats and, continue having our great conversations and, see you all around the market. Thank you for
Yeah.
today, guys. And
Thank you
remember
too.
that at Kolo, we show faces, not just talk in the space. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.